There are words on a paper, numbers too. I don't know what I should do. Teacher, help me out. Give me a clue. If not, I'll feel so blue. Well, hey, I got an option for you. Well, hey, I'll guide you through. It's called cubes. C, circle the key numbers. U, underline the question. B, box in the math words. E, evaluate. S, solve and check. It's called cubes. It's called cubes. It's called cubes. I tried my best to get my head in the shape of a cube. But if you haven't guessed yet, this week we are using cubes to solve word problems. Now, when I speak about cubes, I'm not talking about the 3D shapes. We're going to put that to the side. Cubes is an acronym. So each letter represents something that should remind us of a longer sentence. So C stands for circle key numbers. U stands for underline the question. B stands for box in the math words. E stands for evaluate. And S stands for solve and check. Throughout the week, we will be diving in deeper to each of the letters to help us solve word problems. As we focus in on today, we have the following I can statement. I can solve a word problem to tell the time. Last week and the week before, we spent learning what time is, and we used our analog clock. Today, we're going to be utilizing those skills that we learned about our time and putting it into a word problem. When we focus in on our definition box, we see two words. We have word problem. We also have key numbers. Word problem is defined as a set of words and numbers that give us a math sentence. And then we have the word key numbers. If we remember from our cubes acronym, C stands for, yes, circle the key numbers. So key numbers will be important numbers in our word problem that help us make a math sentence. I know that's a little long, so I'm going to repeat it again. Key numbers are important numbers in our word problem that help us make a math sentence. And a math sentence can be addition or subtraction. We have the following word problem on our board. It says Shamor ate dinner at 8 o'clock. She waited 2 more hours to go to sleep. What time did Shamor go to sleep? In order to solve this, the strategy that we'll be using is our cubes strategy. Help me with this. C stands for, yes, circle key numbers. And this right here is simply the number sign. U stands for underline the question. B stands for box in math words. E stands for evaluate. And S stands for solve and check. Looking at our definition box, we know that today we're focusing in on C, which is circle the key numbers. Doesn't mean that we're going to ignore the rest, but today I specifically want you guys to remember and pull out what C means. So we're going to start with C. It says Shamor ate dinner at 8 o'clock. Do you see any key numbers that we can circle? Yes, if you said 8 o'clock was a key number, you are correct. We will circle 8 o'clock. It says she waited 2 more hours to go to sleep. This one's a little tricky. Even though there are no numeric numbers, there is a number there. And that number is awesome. 2. So to make it a little easier, I will write the numeric form of that, which is 2. What time did Shamor go to sleep? So we completed our C. Like I said, today we are focusing on our C. But we want to do the rest so we can get into the habit of that. Our U says underline the question. Because we're not focusing on U, B, E, or S, I'm going to walk us through it. But tomorrow I'll challenge you to think about the question. So our question is where our question mark is at. What time did Shamor go to sleep? That is my question. So I did my C, I did my U. Next it says box in math words. Math words for addition can be things like more, in all together, in total. Which word here can help us out? Shamor ate dinner at 8. Any math words there? No. She waited 2 more hours to go to sleep. Any math words there? Yes, the word more is a math word. What time did Shamor go to sleep? Any other math words there? No. We did our B as well. Now we are going to evaluate. When we evaluate, this is where we start to think of what my math sentence is going to look like. Because we said that a word problem is a set of words and numbers that give us a math sentence. So what is our math sentence going to be? Well, we know that because the word more is there, we need to be doing addition. So we're going to do 8 o'clock plus 2 more hours that helps us go to sleep. Last week, we learned 2 to 3 different strategies to help us solve this. We learned our number line, and we also learned our analog clock. For today, I'm going to use both of those strategies. Again, Mr. Nieves is going to use our analog clock and our number line to help us solve this problem. I started my number line from 1 to 12 because I know my hours are from 1 to 12 on my analog clock. I'll fill in my analog clock now. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it tells me that Shamor ate dinner at 8 o'clock. My start time, and if we remember from last week, start time is where we begin. My start time is 8 o'clock. So that means that I should be drawing my time to show 8 o'clock. Because we don't have any minutes, my minute hand is pointing at the 12. My hour hand points at the 8. Then it says that she waited 2 more hours. That lets me know that I'm going to move forward because I am adding. So starting at the 8, I'll move 2 more hours. 1, 2. I end at 10. I'm going to do this on my number line to see if this helps me. My start time is 8. It tells me that Shamor waited 2 more hours. So I'll move 2. 1, 2. And my answer is 10 again. How can I do this with math? Well, I would take my hour, which is 8 o'clock. So I'm going to take 8 to represent my hour. I know I'm doing addition. And I'm going to add how many more? Awesome. 2 more. And 8 plus 2 equals, yes, it equals 10. Now 10 is not a time. How can I label this to make it look like a time? I will add a clock. I would say that it is 10 o'clock. Or the other way that I can write it is 10 with my 2 dots and no minutes. So Shamor went to sleep at what time? 10 o'clock. I know that Shamor goes to sleep earlier because she needs to wake up and do her math work. You guys did a great job today. When you go in to do your independent work, you are going to be using your cube strategy. Make sure to identify all of these components first, or all of the steps that we just did, and then solve your answer. There are 3 ways that we solve this. We solve it with our analog clock, we solve it with our number line, or we solve it using an addition sentence.